Yeah.
I love that.
Sophie, at BravoCon, everyone just kind of mingles and is like all over the place. I have to say on the record that the Salt Lake City women are the queen bees everywhere you walk. Everyone wants to take pictures. Center table at the award ceremonies, like always stars of the show. And Meredith, I don't think I've said this to you yet, but like your cat, like people like are so infatuated with you guys, and every single one of you are like so uniquely themselves and like powerful. And I just am, as someone who like doesn't watch every housewife show, you guys are like such a dynamite cast, and I think everyone knows that. But it was so crazy.
Meredith
to see it in
is over
person.
she's sitting over there like, we know, like you're not telling us anything
I
we
know.
don't know.
She already
I
knows.
don't know. It's, we never know what's going to like work or not work. We just do our thing and cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Hey, well, you're
True.
killing it. And speaking of being a powerhouse, I really do like I said, I went down a rabbit hole the past 2 nights, and I like went to bed at 3 a.m. because I was just like wanting to know everything. West, what was it? Is that not true? Like I was.
Yeah, she's about to order your jewelry for everyone for Christmas.
I didn't say that, but I was going to say I absolutely love your jewelry. I want to hear about your caviar. I want to hear about your bath bombs. Like, tell us about this stuff. Because like I said, I'm like new to all this, but so many people are like, oh my God, ask about her jewelry, how that all started. I'm like, hell yeah, let's hear it. Because it's beautiful.
Thank
beautiful.
you. I started my jewelry company. What are we going on now? I think we're almost on our 20th year, but not quite. I think it's 18. I have to double check. 2008. So 2028 will be 20 years. We're almost there. And it was kind of crazy because, I had been in real estate development, and I owned kind of like an alternative health club. Like we specialized in Pilates and gyrotonics and yoga and stuff like that. And,
pause, Meredith. Pause. I started Pilates and hot yoga this week, and it is kicking my ass.
Right? Because you have like muscles you never knew you had.
Get this right.
Oh my God. Sorry, not to cut you off, but that is like, it is so good. Like I'm starting to become addicted, obsessed.
No, it's amazing. And so I had this gym and one morning at 9 a.m., I dropped my oldest son, Reed, who you guys don't really get to see very often, off at school, and went to some meeting in the school after and got very aggressively mugged at 9 a.m. in broad daylight on a very safe street in Chicago walking home. I was like dragged across the street. It was bad. And
what?
Yeah,
wait, what?
Why does no one know this?
Do people know the story?
I don't talk about it all that often, I don't know. It was really, it was insane. The guy was dragging me across the street by my handbag because I wouldn't let go. Not because I meant to not let go. It was like the fear, you brace yourself and you're not thinking, you know? And so he's dragging my whole body. But a taxi driver stopped and started chasing him. He went to prison for 3 years for aggravated battery. Yeah.
Oh, so we got him?
We found him.
We found him?
Well, that ends well.
Him and Jen were talking shit about you in prison.
Yeah.
No, different prisons. He was in state.
Oh, man.
But
I should not be saying this. I don't even know Jen like that.
No, but she was with Ghislaine Maxwell and Elizabeth Holmes, though. They served in the same prison as her, which is wild.
What the
That's
hell?
crazy.
That's like a story
That's
to hear
crazy.
for sure. I'm very curious to hear about that. But in any case, so I decided in that moment that I didn't want to be in real estate, that it was dragging me like away from my kids too much. And I sold everything, and as is condition, like just dumped it all. And then the real estate market crashed like a year later. It was like the whole mortgage-backed security debacle, it was a disaster. So I would have been in a lot of financial trouble, and I got saved by getting mugged somehow. I don't know. And that was at the same time, I said to Seth, I don't know what I really want to do now. And I was trying to figure it out. And he said, well, I'm going on this business trip to India and Hong Kong. I said, a lot of the really fabulous gemstones come out of India, and Hong Kong's a major trading center for it as well. I think I'm going to tag along and start a jewelry collection. And my mother called me screaming. She's like, we are in the worst recession of my lifetime and you're starting a luxury business? And I said, yeah, I am. And I did. And
she wouldn't be your mom. She wouldn't be your mom if she didn't do that.
No, I appreciate it. You need that. We all need that. We all need people to tell us not to do it so that you fight harder for it, you know? And I did. And that was it. I basically I got a lot of manufacturing contacts, a lot of contacts for loose stones. I studied at the Gemological Institute of America to learn a little bit. And I just dove in head first. And that was it. And I loved it ever since. Jewelry it's my passion, you know? And from there, when I got on the show, I really wanted to figure out something consumable that also sits in the luxury space. And caviar was another passion.
Yeah.
So we kind of ran there and, you know.
Caviar's having a moment right now. I would say.
It's insane. Everywhere. It's everywhere, but it's great. I'm thrilled.
Wait, random question. Do you not like take offense, but do you like you guys are called the housewives or housewives of Salt Lake, whatever, but everyone is, I mean, at least you are so much more than a housewife. It's almost like such an outdated name. Like they're never going to change the name of the show, but like you guys are all entrepreneurs and business owners and like you were in real estate. Like, does that name bug you? Like when people say Meredith's a housewife, do you take offense to that in any way? I don't
take offense to it, but I don't want to be pigeonholed into that being the whole essence of my being. Like you're saying, I like things to be shown in a broader picture. Right. And I really think that's true of the large majority of the women on my show, maybe not on all of the shows, but at least on mine. I think we all kind of, you know, feel that way. And that's why like people were like, oh, she removed RHOSLC out of her bio. She's not coming back. It wasn't there. The only change I made this season was I added waterbender. So, because I just think everybody knows.
So stop giving Meredith this shit, everybody. Right. Leave her alone.
Everybody knows I'm on Housewives. I don't need to scream that out from the rafters. It's the other stuff that I need to make sure people know. Everybody knows I'm on it. Like it's already a defining thing. So I want to make sure I'm highlighting other aspects of my life, like being a waterbender. It's very important.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you always know you had that like entrepreneur spirit in you, like even when you were doing real estate, or did you kind of learn to appreciate that process, like when you started like getting into everything?
Well, even real estate, I mean, I was in development. I mean, that's pretty entrepreneurial. I was buying homes, renovating them, selling them, building them new on, you know, empty lots, stuff like that. So I've always had a drive for different entrepreneurial things. I kind of like can't help myself. I just like to keep creating and building and growing. And it's almost like a disease, you know, and then, you know, it's fun.
I think it's inspiring. No, I really do, because I will say like when the whole Bravo, like you guys, and this is a good thing. You guys have a good cult. You guys have a great following. Like, do not get me wrong. But when I was like going down my rabbit hole, you know, I learned that there is so much about you and there's so much about your cast members. And I was like getting inspired. I'm like, damn, like these women, like, yeah, I know they film, but they have so much more like stuff to them that people should really don't just judge them off a little clip here and there. Like go and see what these women are about. And so like, I'm not kidding. I was like, I think I love Meredith. I was like, I don't know her, but I think I like love her.
Thank you. And right back at you, you know, I mean, I have to say, look, my cast, love her, hate them, you know, some I love a lot more than others, but they really do all, for the most part, not all, most, we have they're very interesting outside of the show and have stuff going on and are trying to, you know, do very interesting things. And I think it's cool, you know, I respect it.
Wait, does that ever annoy you guys though? Does that ever annoy you that like the show doesn't highlight everything you guys are about and like what you're doing? It sometimes gets kind of like the bad or like the sassy catty type stuff rather than like all the great things you're doing.
Yeah, there are times and it varies season to season, you know, like this year, all we're seeing about me is not very positive, you know? Like we didn't see anything with me and Seth. And it's like the first year that he's actually been fully remote in decades where he's with me 24/7. And would I've liked to showcase that? Yes, of course. But for whatever reason, it didn't, work. And that's the nature of reality TV. Yeah, you're seeing snippets of our lives and you're not going to see the whole story or the whole picture because quite frankly, that's what makes it entertaining. By the way, I know everyone wants this footage from the plane, but if we actually had it, the story would be a lot less interesting. Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, I want it. Can you send it to me because I've been dying to know what actually happened?
Well, let me say this. I can promise you, if I was screaming, dumping wine, and pulling hair, there would have been video footage. And I would have been an unruly passenger and faced some pretty serious consequences. I'm not saying nothing happened. Something did, but what they're saying happened is not what happened.
When people are crazy on planes, everyone has their phone out. You don't ever see it not go anywhere. When people are weird on planes, everyone films.
Absolutely.
Everyone films.
So did you ever finish the movie? Did you ever go back and see how that movie ended?
I have. I've watched the movie before. And I fell asleep in it. And honestly, for me, movies, I don't get that engrossed in them. I kind of am halfway watching. I'm halfway scrolling on my phone, answering emails, answering text messages. It's for me on the plane, the movies are like something to have in my ear to just distract from whatever else is going on the plane.
Yeah. It's like a side
background
piece.
noise.
Some people can't go to sleep without their TV on.
That is true. I'm not one of them. But you know what I do actually like on my phone when I'm trying to sleep is the airplane noise. I play that on my phone. Just kind of bizarre, isn't it?
Is that just like brown noise, or is it its own? Is that its own genre of?
It's called airplane. I don't know that, but I like it. I actually, contrary to what everyone thinks, I am not a nervous traveler. I'm actually an excellent traveler. I love flying. It's my peaceful time. It's my time to myself. Maybe not particularly on that flight as much. But generally speaking, it is a very Zen time for me. I love it. I kind of get work done and I love it. I can't see.
This says airplane cabin white noise is a full playlist. And all these songs are just airplane cabin white noise.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
It's so good.
That's actually hilarious.
Are you as particular when you fly as Lisa?
In terms of what? In terms of not flying in 17C?
Yeah, just needing to be in. Doesn't she have one seat that she has to be on for every time she's on a plane? No, but she does
have a seat preference for sure. She actually likes an aisle. I like a window, so that works well. My favorite seat is the bulkhead window, front row window, because there's enough room where you can easily climb out if someone's sleeping. And there's, but no one's bothering me to get out. So I like it. That's my favorite seat.
I think it would be fun to just travel with everyone,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, try it. You might change your mind.
She's like, don't do it. Don't ever do it. Dude, that is hilarious.
The trips can be so amazing and they can also be so rough,